What's cracking, yo? Welcome back to Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. There has been there's been a lot of crazy stuff, crazy commentary coming out this week from FSN more than any network on their major shows. There has been a lot of hot takes and controversial statements that's been coming out that a lot of people have been covering. And I just haven't had the energy to deal with it among the other things I'm doing right now. But something I heard Chris Brousard talk about rubbed me the wrong way. And it is a statement that aligns a lot of things that Bronssexuals say to try to change the history of the league with their revisionist history. So let's take a look at what Chris Brousard said that got me so up in the air.
So I'm with you on that, but it hasn't worked in a while. Obviously, as you said, Durant, it worked for him. And LeBron, it worked. I don't know that because LeBron was such a great GM. Because remember, when he went to Cleveland, Rob, he wanted them to trade, which they did, Kevin Love or Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love.
Right. If you remember, Chris, when he put out his letter when he was coming back to Cleveland, he mentioned a lot of players. He didn't mention Wiggins, who was the first overall pick. Right. I mean, that was as obvious as it gets that he wasn't going to be around. He wasn't even mentioned.
And Wiggins, even at that young age, I mean, he was obviously a much better defender than Kevin Love. And Kevin Love, God bless him, he got a championship with LeBron. But he really, you look at his numbers, his production in
when
those
he was in
playoffs,
Minnesota, Chris, he was just double.
He was a monster. Night. I mean, he was Moses Malone type numbers. But Wiggins came in right away and became a big scorer, averaged 17 as a rookie, 21 his second year. And the Cavs, I think, Rob, would have been better with Wiggins instead of Love. LeBron was able to make it work outside of Miami and Cleveland at time.
Networks, Chris Brousard, Bronssexuals, why do we continue to do this? Why do we continue to try to change the way history presented itself to us? Why? They are trying to brush Kevin Love off like he was some ho-hum player when he got with LeBron James. They are trying to act like his contributions weren't significant and trying to act like Kevin Love was not a all-star / superstar when linking up with LeBron James, which has also fed into the narratives that I keep hearing that Cleveland Cavaliers team was not a super team with Kevin Love, LeBron James, and Kyrie Irving. Have we come down? Why have we come down to this? I remember it like yesterday. I was in New Orleans on vacation for my birthday. And I wake up and the news breaks. Breaking news. Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James assembles new super team. LeBron James lures over Kevin Love, and now they link up with a young Kyrie Irving. They ditched the old Dwayne Wade who was aging, and Chris Bosh for younger, better, more skilled and talented players. That was the narrative on your networks. And it wasn't false information. It was true. Now, it wasn't a super team. Now, Kevin Love wasn't one of the better power forwards in the league. Why? Why have we come down to this? Yes, when Kevin Love got with the Cavaliers, in his first year, he averaged 16 points a game and 9 rebounds. His numbers were significantly down from his last year with the Minnesota Timberwolves. His last year with the Timberwolves, he was a perennial all-star, arguably the best rebounder in the game, one of the most prolific players in the game, averaging 26 points per game and 12.5 rebounds, damn near 5 assists. He wasn't no slouch defensively. He was average defensively. He wasn't a great defender, but he wasn't no slouch. He was one of the best power forwards in the league, and LeBron James knew it. That's why LeBron James wanted him on the goddamn team. If LeBron James wanted him as his Robin, you goddamn know he was at least an all-star and one of the better players in the league. What are we talking about? And don't try to act like because his points dipped by 10 points and his rebounds dipped, don't try to act like because his stats dipped when he linked up with LeBron James, that's because of he was for some reason a lesser of a player. No. If you join the LeBron James super team with 3 All-Stars and you for some reason get designated to the third option, even in scoring, your numbers are going to go down significantly. We've seen it with Chris Bosh. And Chris Bosh, remember, he started lashing out about it like, hey, I think the offense flows better when we roll through me, when we go through me. I space the floor. I create a lot more opportunities, and I can score. Remember, Chris Bosh started feeling some type of way, how he was being underutilized and underappreciated on that Miami Heat team. Don't forget about that. Same thing happened to goddamn Kevin Love. Yeah, you are sacrificing when you get with the LeBron James team and you're an all-star. You won't be remembered for the player that you was, and you are going to get hung at the cross and blasted on when things don't go right with the team. They're going to blame you. And if you manage to win a championship with the LeBron James super team, he is going to get most of the credit, and people are going to downplay your significance in the championship and act like you didn't have a whole lot to do about it. They're going to downplay your contributions. And you thought you were going to go over with LeBron James and be celebrated for winning the championship. Wrong. No. That doesn't happen. They start to forget about you. And how Kevin Love was clearly a better player than Kyrie Irving. And so how Kevin Love got to that Cavaliers team and became the third option when he was thought to have been the second option is mind-blowing. Mind-blown. Well, probably because Kyrie Irving is a ball handler, has the ball in his hand, really stepped up. So now Kevin Love is dependent on Kyrie Irving and LeBron James to get the ball in his hands, to put the ball in his hands. Or maybe they talked about it. Maybe they're like, hey, we're going to let Kyrie's a scorer. He's a young and upcoming player. You know, we're going to let him make the decisions after LeBron makes the decisions. Kevin Love, you know, we just need you to do this, that. Either one could have happened, but either way, somehow Kevin Love got relegated to the third option, and this is what happens, especially when you're the third option on the LeBron James team. And Kyrie Irving was the second option, and Kyrie Irving had a major part in that down 3-1 comeback that they made. Kyrie Irving was just as impressive as LeBron James in that comeback in the finals. And Kyrie Irving hit the big shot out of the shot, the block, and the stop. Kyrie Irving shot, LeBron James' block, Kevin Love stop. The biggest moment out of all those was Kyrie Irving's shot. But no one talks about it. They always mention the block because it's LeBron James. And this is what happens when you play with LeBron James. Even Kyrie Irving, who was the second option, who had a lot to do and is equally as responsible as LeBron James for winning that championship in Cleveland, he doesn't even get acknowledged for it like he should. He doesn't. So Kevin Love sure as hell ain't going to. So don't try to downplay the player Kevin Love was because he had to take major sacrifices statistically. Because if you watch those games, if you watch those seasons, you would know Kevin Love had a lot to do with the success of those Cleveland Cavaliers teams. Stretching the floor with his three-point, because he was a three-point threat as a power forward, stretching the floor. He was a great passer, pretty good passer. High basketball IQ, phenomenal rebounder, second chance opportunities, putbacks. Don't try to downplay this man's career and say that that Andrew Wiggins would have been a better fit. Are you nuts? Are you nuts? A rookie Andrew Wiggins, a better fit than a prime Kevin Love? Kevin Love taking a back seat was averaging 16 points per game. Andrew Wiggins coming in as a rookie I'm trying to remember who's on the roster. as the first option if he wasn't the first. Actually, who the hell was on that roster? Let me check. That roster had Anthony Bennett, just to name a few. Anthony Bennett, Corey Brewer, Gorgie Dang, Kevin Durant, Zach LaVine, Shabazz Muhammad, Nikola Pekovic, Glenn Robinson III, Ricky Rubio, Ronnie Turioff, Mo Williams, Thaddeus Young. Yeah, I had to make sure to see what Zach LaVine was doing. And Zach LaVine wasn't doing nothing but 10 points per game then. You're going to sit here and tell me that Minnesota rookie Andrew Wiggins in his rookie year, averaging 16 points as pretty much the best player and the number one option, maybe the number two option, is going to be a better fit than Kevin Love, who averaged the same amount of points as a third option. What makes you think you drop Andrew Wiggins on a team with LeBron James and that he would be a better fit? If he was averaging 16 as one of the primary options, he is not averaging 16 having to follow behind LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Furthermore, he's a rookie. He wasn't nearly as intelligent as Kevin Love. Thirdly, now you have three players with redundant characteristics in LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Andrew Wiggins. So what makes you think that Andrew Wiggins will be a better fit? Seriously. Three redundant players. One a rookie. This rookie doesn't know anything. Not a high basketball IQ. On top of that, are we forgetting that until Andrew Wiggins went to the Warriors, he was starting to be considered largely a bust and a timid player who doesn't want to step into a position to lead and show moments of mental weakness up until he got with the Warriors. And then Chris Broussard trying to act like Andrew Wiggins was some type of defensive artist coming into the league. No, he wasn't. Are you kidding me? No, that definitely was not the case. Andrew Wiggins really started getting noticed for his defense when he got with the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins hasn't even made an all-defensive team ever in his career. Even in his best defensive season with the Warriors, he did not. What are we talking about? Andrew Wiggins wasn't some far superior defender than Kevin Love? Where? The things that come out of these people's mouths, man. Stop trying to change history. Stop trying to change history and diminish the roles of these other players to try to prop up LeBron James's legacy by saying that he didn't have a super team. Please stop. Please stop. And what Chris Broussard was saying, he wasn't trying to say that LeBron James didn't have a super team per se, but this is the same argument I see bronsexuals use that try to prop LeBron James' legacy up. The same type of revisionist history on the same topic. Chris Brousard, man, go sit your ass down, boy. Go sit your ass down. And Rob Parker just right up there agreeing with him. No pushback of any kind. Kevin Love gets disrespected for his contributions majorly. Kyrie Irving gets disrespected for his contributions for that championship run. Chris Bosh gets disrespected for his contributions majorly. So does Dwayne Wade. Apparently, LeBron James just did everything and had no help. And I even heard ESPN saying that Miami Heat team wasn't a super team. Maybe like a year or two ago. It might have been Kendrick Perkins or somebody saying that. That LeBron James team was no super team, Stephen A. That Cavaliers team was no super team, Stephen A. Go on ahead, whatever he be saying. Boy, y'all be killing me, bro. Cut it out. And honestly, I remember when it all happened. I was mad at Kevin Love for going to the Cavaliers, trying to help LeBron James forge this super team, because I was like, Love, you've only completed 6 seasons. You're going into your 7th season. And you are starting to hit your prime as a player. Just coming off a season where you averaged 26 points, 12 rebounds. The season before that, you only played like less than 20 games. So your numbers weren't really there. But the season before your injury season, you were at 26 points and 13 rebounds per game. And you're only going to get better as you continue to learn the game and hone your skills. You are going into your prime now. And you just don't want to see what you're capable of? You don't want to continue to see if you can let this team, this franchise, build around you? You've only been in the league 6 seasons. But he was so eager to join LeBron James and start this super team brigade that he sacrificed his entire prime for one championship that you're not going to get much credit for. And because you're not going to get credit for it, people are going to forget about your contributions. And now you don't even have the numbers that you were working towards for you to be memorized as an all-time great player. It'd be one thing if he had tried it out in his prime. Let me see what I can do. Let me see how much of a load I can carry, how much of a load I can shoulder. See if I can take a team there because I'm that great of a player that I can make deep playoff runs, if not a championship. And they say, okay, you know what, Shu, I'm on a downhill now. Let me go join forces with LeBron James, see if I can, whatever I have left, contribute to winning a championship. And you win that championship. You at least have your numbers to fall back on. It's like, yo, yeah, you know, he joined the super team, he won a chip. He was a good part of that, but damn, look at what he was doing when he was by himself, though. But now you ain't even got that to fall back on, Kevin Love. And I know how great you are. I do. I know what you were capable of. I saw you play. Bro, I saw you play in high school. And I was like, yo, this dude's going to be a problem. Back when you was a chunky boy. When you was a real chunky boy. But now, you know, you join the LeBron James super team as a third option. You ain't going to get no love for that from the media. And from the bronzesexuals, you ain't going to get no love from that. No, sir. And now you ain't even got the numbers to fall back on to show people how great you really were. Because you sacrificed so much of your prime. And people may say, boo, you're wrong. It should be about winning. Yeah, I get that. But at what sacrifice? How much you want to sacrifice? If it's all about winning, I would like to get acknowledged for my contributions to winning a championship. But now I don't even get that. They trying to act like I wasn't a star. Kevin Love's numbers took a dip because he sacrificed. I'm sure LeBron James preached the same thing to the Miami Heat Big Three as he did the Cleveland Cavaliers Big Three. The way he preached it to Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis. We all gonna have to sacrifice. I'm gonna take a sacrifice. You gonna sacrifice? Shut that shit up. You know you ain't ever sacrifice a damn thing. Keep telling these players, oh, you know, just a year or 2 or 3 more years or whatever, how many years, and then, you know, I'll start, you know, I'll give the keys over to this young buck and he can lead the team. Shut that shit up. You knew damn well you were never going to do that. And you're proving it right now. Year 20. Yeah, you're still playing great, but the team runs better when you're on the court and Anthony Davis has a larger role. But you won't give him them keys. You never will. You will not. Cut it out. Not saying that AD is all the way worthy, but if you could continue to push him and help him, put him in a position to succeed, get in his ear, push him that direction, then maybe you might have something because he needs that. You shouldn't have to, but he needs that. But you don't want to give them keys up, LeBron. You don't want to sacrifice. You never did. As long as you can keep filling up your stats and keep mounting on your numbers with these counting numbers and these totals for your longevity, and yeah, you're still playing great statistically. You're going to keep doing that. You ain't ready to give them keys over, man. They try to paint you out some type of super humble player, You don't care about stats. That shit ain't the biggest lie I ever heard in my life. If it ain't. That's all I got to say. This video isn't supposed to be this long. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all let me know what you think about this one on the comment section. Would love to hear your opinion. Am I wrong? Am I right? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.